Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to make this video. I'm tired. I've noticed that usually as the week progresses, school just drains me more and more. I, I don't know what it is. Talked about it before, it might be the school air, but who knows. But the thing that I want to talk about today is, well, there's multiple topics as I usually cover in these videos, but the main thing is about uncomfortable situations. Um, Usually, for people, certain situations, of course, vary. Like, certain situations can make one person uncomfortable, but a different person might find that situation completely normal. Like, I want to track back to when I was first talking to the girl I'm talking to, because I'm going to go into some detail right here about the history of us. We were talking about like 4 months ago, 3, 4 months ago, and then we stopped talking. We ended up on like not very good terms, but then we just started talking out of nowhere. But back in the first period when I was talking to her, I was completely terrified of talking to her like in person, because the last few times that I had talked to girls, I was, for some reason, I got very nervous when it was like when I would talk one on one with them. But now it's not really an issue anymore. Um, I walked with her today to class. Today was the first time that I actually conversed with her in school, so that was, I mean, that was cool because looking back at it, I think, yeah, like 3 or 4 months ago in the first period when I was talking to her, I wouldn't have ever imagined that I was actually going to go through with actually talking to her and walking her to class. I was too scared and too nervous of actually, I guess, talking to her. But I guess the situation's changed since the first date that we had was last week, Monday, I believe. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week. And leading up to that, holy shit, you can see in I made videos about how nervous I was leading up to that, and my stomach was just a mess. I was just anxious. I was scared because it was something that essentially just made me. I was completely out of my comfort zone, and I had to just go through with it by actually biting the bullet, like how I like to say. And I watched a video today that Joshua Lassard made about taking the risk and actually just just doing it, and that's a big difference that makes that well I, not that makes that a big difference that separates people who are action takers and people who just say they're going to do something. People who actually take the risk and actually go through with whatever it is that they're going to say, and actually just, I don't know. I don't know how to word this. People who actually go through with something. Like for me, it was talking to her, and now the risk that I'm taking with her is actually building a relationship with her and risking actually catching feelings, which, of course, it is a risk because if there's the chance that I will end up being very sad, and I want to put myself in that situation because Iman was talking about how breakups can be a very good fuel source to actually build you as a man and as a person, I guess. And heartbreak is one of those too. And I want to put myself in a situation where I can risk heartbreak, knowing what comes with it, which is a lot of pain and a lot of development and just another, I guess, sequence in life. Because I've felt like, not heartbreak exactly, but I've felt like sad about losing a girl that I was talking to. But I guess that wasn't really heartbreak because I never actually like loved her, even though there is um like legends, a Japanese legend that talks about how one person, like a person, can only fall in love once, like in true love, and then after that, the heart will never allow them to fall in love again because the first time they've went through so much pain that they just won't go through. They just won't fall like in love again, like the same type of love. Is that true? I don't. It beats me. I've never actually like had like I feel like true love for me is the love that I have for my parents and for my family. I feel like that to me is true love. and that's undying love, and what do you call it? Unconventional love. I don't know. There's a word for it. That like no matter what it is that we go through or what it is that happens, I will always love them. That's that type of love that I guess you can catch only once for somebody that isn't your family. Again, I think, I don't know, but it's a risk. And same with going up to people, fearing the rejection. Like if you go up to a business owner, but I feel like I agree with networking, but at the same time, I feel like it isn't necessary. Like it will help you with a lot of things, but I feel like it isn't like as you're starting or as you're like in your intermediate, it won't necessarily like. I mean, I guess it will help. It would help you, but thinking about it, if you don't have any skills and you don't bring anything to the market, then I mean, you're networking, but like, what's that person like? Like the person you want to network with, what are they gonna do? And on top of that, if you don't have any like if you don't bring anything to the table, they're not just gonna give you handouts. Like there are certain people who like giving stuff, but that's not most people. Most people do not like giving stuff. And I don't know, it's just something that I've noticed and that I've thought of. Like if you don't really bring anything to the table, then why would why would they want to talk to you? Why would they want to network with you if you don't really provide anything of value? You're basically just a fan. I don't know, just stuff that I've been thinking about. And also today was I was happy today, especially I finally finished Matt's parents their villa's website. So that's another client that I'm hoping we can sign. I have a call with Matt on Sunday just to discuss further terms on that. I finally got Antonio's website to work. Well, it was me and Matt that got it to work. Matt had to delete and re-add the domain and add a different CNAME to it, and I had to delete a redirect that was interfering with it, that wasn't allowing the domain to actually work. And that was basically everything. I finished a couple modules, I think 2 modules, and I'm working on the third one right now. I'm on the mindset shift. There, what was I gonna talk about? Oh, this. I think I mentioned that I was gonna talk about something yesterday, but I forgot what it was that I was gonna talk about. I think. Let me see. Let me look at my second brain. Very very useful. Mm-hmm. Let be optimistic on the macro and pessimistic on the micro. I didn't really think about it, but I have noticed. Well, what I think about it is uh, people who like I think Star Wars for this. Not Star Wars, the Holocaust, completely different thing, but still, people who went into the concentration camps, who were thinking they were gonna get saved the next day, are usually the ones that ended up dying, and the ones that didn't expect to be like that had like basically no hope are the ones that ended up getting saved. And that also correlates to another thing that I wanted to talk about, which is where is it? You attract what you fear and you repel what you want. So it basically means don't have attachments to anything, because whenever you really like whenever you put something on a pedestal, for some reason, I don't know the theory behind it or I don't think there's science behind it, but like the universal law that just pushes it away. Like whenever you put money on a pedestal, God will snatch it from you and he won't let you have it, because I mean it's an idol basically. So that also correlates to, I guess, not having attachment to anything. This video is all over the place. All my videos are all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good content creator. I just yap. I just ramble. I also be selfish now so you can be selfless later. I mean, makes sense. Be selfish with your time and build yourself up so that in the future you can be selfless and spend all the fruits that you created on the people that you love. Saturation is bullshit. I've already talked about saturation. I might go into it more tomorrow if I do record tomorrow. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be recording because there's a party. Um, if I do go, it'll probably end up being with my brother or with some friends because my brother's for sure going, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, let me see. I'm also going to be making a call to destiny. Is that what you call it? A call to the future. A video that I'm going to be saving. I'm going to be posting it. But it's essentially me talking about the goals and what it is that I want to have achieved by the end of the summer. So we'll see what happens with that. I will be making one of those, and I'm going to finish the module today for the Agency Accelerator, and I'm going to finish the SEO Masterclass, and I'm going to be looking more into some SEO backlink stuff, and some more SEO on-page and off-page SEO stuff. And then I'm going to build out my onboarding form and my onboarding funnel and my onboarding process for my SWAS offer so that I can actually start outreaching and get my email fixed so that I can actually start sending warm emails, cold emails, and then warm calling them as well. So those are my next things I'm going to be focusing on. All right, well, I think that should do everything.